Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman.
Here.
Mr. Mattern.
Here.
Dr. Scarpone.
Present.
Fiscal officer is absent. Solicitor, Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrola.
Present.
Administrator Jesse Kasegi.
Present.
Mr. DeStefano.
Here.
Mr. Spence here. Mrs. Dameron absent.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to make a motion to make Randy Spence administrator and/or clerk for this meeting.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
You're the best council clerk we got. All right, council, I would need a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, April 17th, 2025.
I'll put forth that motion.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence abstain.
Is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right. I'll turn it over to Mr. Lynn for our ordinances and resolutions.
First resolution is resolution number 2025-11, a resolution providing for additional estimated revenue for the village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules on that resolution.
Did you second, Bob?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't hear you, sorry.
no problem.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
Motion to approve that resolution.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
Next is resolution number 2025-12, a resolution providing for transfer and establishing estimated revenue for the village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2025-12.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
All right.
Make a motion to accept resolution 2025-12.
I'll second it. Was that a first there, Randy?
Yes. I'm sorry, that was what?
You put forth the
Yes,
first
sir.
motion,
Yes.
so second.
Okay. Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
All right. Moving along to our announcements. The Steel Valley Antique Car Club, the car show will be May 18th, 2025. It is at Indian Creek High School from 2 to 6 p.m. Village of Wintersville Summer Parks Program starts June 23rd, runs through August 1st, Monday through Friday. It is at Walnut Street Playground, 9 to 1 p.m. Ages 5 through 13 are welcome. Anyone under the age of 5 must be accompanied by a parent. You can still register here at the Village Building or the day of at the park. 2025 Spring Bulk Pickup is the first 4 Mondays in June. If your normal route is picked up on Tuesday, you are June 2nd. If you are Wednesday pickup, you will be June 9th. Thursday pickup, you're June 16th, and Friday's pickup, you will be June 23rd. All right, moving on to reports and communications. First, magistrate's report for April of 2025. City revenue was $12,803. State revenue was $3,000. Other revenue was $120, for the total revenue of $15,923 for the month of April 2025. Police report for April 2025, we had 154 complaints, 94 traffic arrests, 14 criminal arrests, 22 accidents, 20 cases, 28 alarm calls, 22 juvenile cases, 11 nuisance, 286 incoming calls, 0 parking violations, 2 vehicle impounds, and 4 canine requests, and 24 auxiliary hours. Code enforcement for April of 2025, we had 17 licenses for $1,275. We had 19 permits for $400, bringing the grand total to $1,675. All right, next, Mr. Lockhart is not here tonight. Charlene?
We got Hendrick.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Only thing I have is just updates. The bus purchases for the 5 buses is still in process. And the ODOT funding, electronic fare boxes, and dispatch software, it's still in process for the time. The House Bill 257, Mr. Deanna Ball presented the board with a written policy for this. It's still in process. And the Go Bus, there was no update regarding the Go Bus. So the Still Valley is waiting for this. Other than that, that's what's going on. Everything is like, we're just waiting. It's still in process, but we're waiting. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Charlene. All right, next on to the mayor's report. I just want to take a second and thank all of our first responders, fire, EMS, police. They've done in our public works, and Austin and Jesse helping out cutting down trees everywhere around town. And our first responders responded the other night during these storms with a fire and checking on the elderly, making sure their oxygen tanks and things were working. Everybody was extremely busy and did a great job. I don't know if I've ever heard so many sirens in one night in my life, but not a lot of issues, and they got them all resolved and worked together. Appreciate it very much. I want to thank Dr. Scarpone for purchasing some dog park signs and getting them hung, and thank Chief for helping with that. Even though he tried to jump a fence, it didn't turn out too well for him, I think. That age is catching up with you, Chief, just a little bit. I also want to thank the Christian school and all of our first responders that came today for the National Day of Prayer. It was, I think, our 4th year for that tradition, so it was a great turnout. Thank them for having that. That is all I have. I will turn it over to Jesse for our administrator's report.
All right, thank you, Mayor. On a side note, we had our Toyota Camry out for bid. It sold for $7,400. Well, it's $74 and some change. So we'll be getting that. It'll be leaving a lot here in probably the next week or so. We're going to get the bucket truck out next. We just, one thing I want to do before we go, we got video of it running, pictures. The boom on it does work, but I got to get it to where we can show a video of it working, because they're going to ask questions about it, so that'll get us more money. We'll definitely need to get rid of that thing, because there's a clinging in the engine somewhere. Something's going on with it, but it runs. So then truck 24 will be the next one to go, and I'll keep you posted on that. Then we have a couple of the cruisers. We'll get that ready to go as well. Crack sealing got moved back a week. We had a couple water breaks, one on Milky Way and one on Luray Drive yesterday. Those were repaired by our guys. So crack sealing will start on Monday morning, May 5th. The dog park, they've been getting it ready for the summer. We had some issues with the dog water fountains leaking, so Klempner Plumbing took those back to the shop to rebuild them. We didn't know that we were supposed to pull them in the wintertime. So there's like 4 bolts, and we just take them off. We disconnect them for the wintertime, so no big deal. They're getting fixed. It's cheaper than having to buy a new one. So the first field that the guys took care of, it's open. We shut the second field down. It's Dane and Austin and those guys took the skid steer and leveled out a lot of that. It's going to look really nice. Learning how to maintain a dog park. Grass is getting cut every week. Another reminder for grass clippings in the trash. We ask that you don't do that because number 2, they become very heavy. Number 2 is it costs a lot of money. It adds up for tonnage every week. So maybe find other means to dispose of them, mulch or whatever. So we have issues with the compactor. It's been repaired. Come to find out, it hasn't been maintained for 10 years. We bought it in 14. 2024 comes about. We found out that it needed maintenance on it. We didn't know, but it's been fixed. There's been a computer issue. They changed 150 gallons of hydraulic fluid, so that's done. Changed a couple valves, some hoses. So they'll come down every 90 days from Ashtabula Refuse Company is the company that built it and installed it, and they'll inspect it. So we're good on that. Sewer department, approximately 3 lift stations were cleaned last week. It was the 3 big ones at Leonard, Moon Valley, and Terrace. Along with them and Robinson Pipe Cleaning, Teddy and those guys got it done. On a side note, with Robinson Pipe Cleaning, they are going to pay for whatever damages they did, Randy, down at Stardust. Either we pay for it and they'll just take credit, or however they want to do it, but they're going to take care of all this of the road going in. Those 2 gentlemen that were there are not coming back, so Teddy took care of all that for us.
Okay, great.
The 2 breaks were fixed. So spoke with Klepner, plumbing, HVAC, and electrical. Now also I talked with Fort Stu Maintenance and Jimmy Jenkins and Brian Matthew, but I got Klepner to dedicate 1 plumber to finish these meters up, which is going to be a huge weight lifted off of us. I talked to them today. They're going to start Monday. Gave them a breakdown on a spreadsheet of what we have left, what we got to do. They know exactly how it's going to go. I told them myself and Teddy will be their contact. They're just going to go out. So what I'm going to do is have some IDs made for those gentlemen. Other than Bailey Penner and Thomas Hutter, it's going to be Tom Stephen, who's a plumber, and George Beard. Those guys will be going business to business, door to door. They will be legit. You'll see IDs on them. Any questions, you can call me. And then anytime that we have vendors doing business in the village for us, we'll give them IDs as well. We have a new ID maker, so that's a good thing. We're going to get these meters put in. So there'll be a lot of the businesses that are going to get done, stuff that we have left. The last people will be the residents that have not responded. That way we can get Klepner, our guys, and we can start shutting streets down or residents that live on these streets that have not complied or even put forth the effort to get their meters installed. So per ordinance, I sent a letter, and I sent a certified letter, give them 3 weeks. If they didn't respond, we can shut them off and be done with it, and then we'll wait for them to call back. And then they'll pay a reinstatement fee or a reconnect fee to get them all done. The bathrooms at the dog park are getting some repairs done. Also, we're going to put automatic flushes in both bathrooms, both Walnut Park and the dog park. it's a good thing. I never really thought about it till they brought it up, because we had to go in and the doors were somehow not secured over the winter, and there was a mess. Thankfully, the mayor of Rayland, I think that's his name, or he has a company down in Mingo, Shane, I forget his name. Anyways, he has he has a septic cleanout system, company, and he happened to be here in the village to talk with Melanie about, because she's helping that municipality with or New Alec, I think is where he's from, and they had an issue with they help each other out and stuff, and he had some questions, and he happened to be there, and Melanie suggested that, hey, you have an issue. He came down, cleaned both toilets out on both sides, and didn't charge us. So thank you to the mayor of, I think it's New Alec. May 8th is we'll find out if we get awarded for Caddis Road project. So that's the date we're waiting for. That's all I really have at this time, if anybody's got questions.
Jesse, I got a few. How many people are still left, how many residents are still on that list to have the water meter in place? I know you had like 100 or so on that last list, and then...
Residents, I have a spreadsheet that I keep up with. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
How many, Bob?
I'd say less than probably 30.
Very good.
There's a lot of, probably half of the 50, about 20 to 25 responded and said, I will make an appointment, which is good, and we have their contact info. The other 20 or so haven't, so I'll definitely let.
Due to the storm, we had a lot of trees down, but did we experience any flooding or any bottlenecks to any stormwaters or anything? That's a good sign. What about the wastewater plant? Was it able to?
The only issue they had is a couple didn't have power, but it wasn't causing a real problem because it was only out for a couple hours or no more than a day or so. Teddy did tell me that Terrace or Moon Valley, it's still off. That was basically about it.
Okay.
So with, you said there was less than 30 residences. How many businesses?
We probably got about 60 businesses. And a lot of those, the issue was a lot of those had more than 3/4 inch meters, so we had to buy 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, inch and a half. So we've got those all ready to roll. We might have to buy a couple more, but a lot of the businesses, we have to do it either before they open or after they close. So we're all ready to go on that. The gentleman's going to start on Monday. He's going to start at one side at Wendy's and just start going. And they're going to be self-sufficient. They're going to take care of all of it.
So we have another tentative date that we're looking at for the water?
I will, for the meters?
For the online pay.
Oh, the online, okay, so the online pay is going to be the very last thing that we're going to do, because this, the MediaLink, which is a great company, we're having multiple meetings with them. We have questionnaires we have to fill out. The first set of questions was 75 questions that me and Tina did. The second that we're getting ready to do next week's 55 questions. It's all broke down into utilize how we're going to do billing. That will be the last thing. We're doing Paystar, which is the which is the new credit card company that we have. And I didn't say it at the last meeting, but they charge a service fee to use the credit card. We don't get any of that. It's not us. It was in 2023 when it was passed by us, is because the bank that we had, that credit card program did not have the ability to automatically calculate the service fee. So we had to pass an ordinance so we could collect it. So just to put it to you like this, last month we collected $1,600 in credit card fees that the taxpayers paid. And a lot of people understood it, some people didn't. It's like people that use credit cards, write a check or pay cash, they're paying for it. So this makes it to where you can pay with your credit card, you can call over the phone and pay with your credit card, you're going to be able to do it over the phone, call a phone number to get it done, and then it will do the online. That's going to pay for the whole service. That's what they charge to maintain their company. And that credit card program syncs in with Ohio software, and it will with MediaLink as well. So it's just the way it is.
Okay, and that's $7,400 for the Toyota Camry. That's going back in the general fund?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome, Mayor. Thank you.
Moving on to unfinished business.
You know, Jesse, last week I asked you about the grass ordinance. If you would, did you follow up with that at all? I know you've been busy, no big deal.
What was your question? And
The question was, if you was on the list last year, all right, the delinquent list, and then you become delinquent again this year on the, and delinquent may not be the right word, but if you get cited, is that still, is that a repeat offender, or you start with one after that?
Something like that would be probably just start over. It's like a yearly thing, unless it becomes excessive, and if it, when it goes to court or whatever, if it goes up higher, like a misdemeanor or whatever, it could be a repeat thing, but usually they just start over.
You start a new clock every
Yes,
season.
yes, but it's usually a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
And we did adjust that time schedule down too, compared to when we started last year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 10 days anymore. I think you have a week to fight it when you get the summons the first time around.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then what we did was is we called a couple grass companies, would say, all right, this needs mowed. We would pay the bill, and we would assess the property tax, and there's never been a problem.
Anybody else for unfinished business? All right. Moving on to new business.
Please be patient with the gentleman that's working on your electric. If I can get through it, anybody can, because as of right now, I still do not have electric.
He's not a happy grandpa.
Just come back on.
It's coming back on.
Anybody else for new business?
Do you have electricity?
No.
If someone would be able to request to go into executive session, inviting the administrator and the mayor to discuss pending litigation, I'd appreciate it. I have an update for you guys to discuss.
I'll put forth the motion to go into executive session for pending litigation.
Inviting the mayor and
Oh, and
administrator.
invite the mayor and the administrator.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
All right. Anybody else for new business? I think the only thing left, we need to book a finance meeting when we can. You guys don't have to decide tonight, but we need one soon.
Okay, Penny.
If it's going to be a short one, we give it for the meeting, or we can schedule a day and everybody's available.
What?
Finance meeting.
When?
Does anybody have anything going on next 2 weeks? We'll just do it now. Figure out the date.
I'm available whenever.
When's Mel-
Monday or Tuesday?
She's here Tuesday.
Tuesday evening would be
Tuesday,
best.
Next Tuesday?
the 6th.
I'm fine.
I can't make that one.
All right, well,
Tuesday, the
Your
13th.
power might be back on by then, maybe.
Yeah, I can make the
Tuesday,
13th. 13th.
Okay.
All right, May 13th. What do you guys want, 6 o'clock?
Yep.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, nobody's got anything else for new business. Need a motion to pay the bills. Do we have bills?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay.
Our next council meeting will be Thursday, May 15th, 2025 at 7 PM. This meeting is adjourned.